Good day. Welcome to the university's open day. My name is Lizelle Mostert, and I am from the Department of Plant Pathology. In this presentation, I would like to tell you more about the Department of Plant Pathology. Firstly, what is the importance of our field? What does our field entail? Something about our department and the research directions. Some job opportunities that you have when you study plant pathology. And also, what is the course content? Looking at the importance of plant pathology, I would firstly like to note that between 20 and 30% of yields globally are affected by plant diseases. And that is a lot. So lots of money get lost due to plant diseases. And I would like to refer here to a few of these cases where huge losses have occurred. Your cup of coffee that you drink. Think about it. There is a disease, a rust disease, that can destroy 70% of yield of a farm. And this was specifically in South America. There you can see the disease on the left-hand side. Not only coffee, but also the banana that you eat. How sure are you that you're going to eat a banana in 10 years' time? So bananas are the developing world's fourth most important food crop. And Panama disease, also called banana wilt, is an important soil-borne disease that infects banana trees via their roots and has the potential to kill the tree in one season. And this disease has caused banana production in Panama to cease in the 1950s, and they had to import a resistant cultivar to continue with banana production. Now, more recently, a more virulent race of this pathogen have emerged, and there is a need and a requirement to find solutions in how to manage this disease and banana production in the future. Citrus black spot is an important disease for the citrus industry. It is interesting to note that about 80% of citrus production in South Africa is exported, and Europe is a major export destination for our citrus fruit. A disease causing these black spots has the potential to stop export of citrus to Europe, and finding solutions in how to best manage this disease is very important. So what does our field entail? Usually when we refer to plant pathology, we learn about the disease triangle. So there's three aspects that we study in detail. Firstly, the organism, then the environment, and also the host, the plant. And all three of these we study, and we look at what is the best way to manage a disease, taking all of these factors into account. Firstly, we start with diagnosing a disease. So here you can see some samples of disease symptoms. We've got shoot blight, leaf blight, fruit spots, wilt, and right down to the roots having crown galls or even root rot. So this is what we see visually first. Then we want to see what is causing this disease. And we look at trying to find signs of the symptom and identify the causal organisms. So with this slide, I would like to explain a bit the process of what we work with in plant pathology. When we get a diseased plant, in this case a rotten pear, we can make isolations and identify the fungus that's associated with that rot, or we can go directly into DNA extraction and doing some molecular analysis to find the causal agent of the rot. We can also do further research to understand the epidemiology of the disease. When do spores get released? Because that is then the best time to apply any control strategy. Management options are extremely important. To give you an indication of the importance, for a banana disease, black Sigatoga, they spray 40 sprays a season to be able to control this disease. It is quite an extreme case of fungicide control. And what we want at the end of the day, we want good produce, and that the farmer can also sell his produce. So in our department, we've got well-qualified lecturers, and they also work on very relevant plant diseases on the main crops being cultivated in South Africa, including maize, wheat, fruit trees, grapevines, and citrus. We also have a plant disease clinic within the department, and this clinic provides a relevant service to industry, but also train third and fourth year students. The disease clinic receives more than 1,000 samples per year. They are very active and provide an essential service to the agricultural industry, as well as botanical gardens and even house gardens. The objectives of the disease clinic include to provide accurate diagnosis of plant diseases, serve as an information source for commercial growers, and assist in the training of personnel and students in plant disease diagnosis. So what can you do with a degree in plant pathology? So plant pathology is one of your major subjects, which you can combine with agronomy, horticulture, soil science, genetics. So here's a list of possible job types that you can fulfill with a degree in plant pathology. Possible employers could include agricultural enterprises like seed companies, fruit or vegetable producers, agrochemical companies, Department of Agriculture, DALRAD, as a researcher at the quarantine station, or as a researcher at the Agricultural Research Council, and various other industries that all support agriculture within South Africa. Here is a few logos of companies and institutions that you can work with. And what I would like to highlight here is two companies, Andermatt Madumbi, which was previously known as Plant Health Products. This company was started by a plant pathologist, and they specialize in biocontrol products. Ruvenza Next was previously known as Oro Agri, and they bought over Agro-Organics. And Agro-Organics was also started by a plant pathologist. So what does the courses entail in plant pathology? In your first year, you do 1 quarter of an introduction to crop protection and crop improvement. Then in your second year, you build on that, doing an introductory plant pathology course, again for 1 quarter. In your third year, we go into more depth. There we do a semester module on the management of plant diseases, looking at all the various aspects of management, not only fungicides, but also biologicals, plant resistance, all of these important topics. In the second semester, you do a module on plant disease dynamics, learning all about the different disease cycles and the most important diseases on the crops in our country. In our fourth year, you go into more depth in the identification of bacteria, viruses, and fungal pathogens, and also looking at the microbe and plant interactions. That is a very important field. Understanding all of those dynamics helps us to also develop new management strategies. In the fourth year, you also have specialized topics that you look into, like, for example, the influence of climate change and disease occurrence, the use of biologicals, fungicide resistance, all very relevant and important topics within our field. For more information, you are welcome to visit our website. Then I would like to encourage you, if your interest is in plant pathology and in the control of plant diseases, it is a good choice. And students in our department, they find jobs in South Africa, and I've not seen a student that have not found a job. So it will be a good choice for you if that is your interest.